How to focus and concentrate better. It can be difficult to remain on task, but when you are surrounded by constant distraction, it can be particularly difficult. Diversions are nothing more than a click away in today's always connected world. No matter where you are today, distractions are still going to happen. Your coworkers chat about their new date, the pop-up notification messages on your computers, not just the screens on your cell phone. And even though you try to find a quiet spot, someone with a mobile device that is beeping and chirping will still be there. And because of that, we gathered some ways to help you focus and concentrate better in whatever you want to do. Number 1. Eliminate distractions. Although it can sound obvious, individuals sometimes underestimate just how many obstacles keep them from focusing on the job at hand. Such intrusions may come in the form of a background radio blaring, or maybe an obnoxious coworker who continuously drops to chat around your cubicle. The distractions do not always come from outside sources. It can be especially hard to escape exhaustion, concern, anxiety, low motivation, and other internal disturbances. A few techniques that you may want to use to mitigate or remove such internal distractions are to ensure that you are well rested before the assignment and to use optimistic thoughts and visualization to combat anxiety and concern. If you find your mind drifting towards distracting thoughts, bring your attention back to the assignment at hand consciously. Number 2. Get regular Mother Nature time. When attempting to boost your attention span and ability to focus, a dose of nature might be just what the doctor ordered. Research indicates that exposure to natural environments, including green spaces, can be beneficial for the brain development of children. Children aged 4 to 5 to 7 years old with more open space around their homes performed higher in attention measures in a research report. These findings underscore the value of expanding green areas in cities to encourage the health and brain growth of children. The increased concentration of green exposure during childhood does not end. Research has shown that in college and the workplace, glancing at greenery can also dramatically improve attention levels and productivity. Research found that the enrichment of a bare office with plants improved employees' productivity by 15%. The presence of greenery improved satisfaction in the workplace, perceived air quality, and recorded concentration levels. The study of the researcher details that plants can be useful because of a green office encourages the job commitment of workers by making them more engaged in their work cognitively, emotionally, and physically. Number 3. Work with your biorhythm. Do not make it harder by going against your normal biorhythm. If you have to do a job that requires your utmost concentration, when you are most alert, do this kind of job. Scientists have found that it is best to do, and that includes work that needs concentration. Although everyone is different, when focus and alertness hit their height, most adults do their best thinking in the late morning. Then most individuals become more easily distracted once again from noon until 4 p.m. Number 4. Take a break. If you are lucky enough to have a high potential for working memory, then you should have no trouble ignoring distractions and keeping concentrated on tasks. But blocking out noises can be difficult for the majority of us. Evidence indicates that it could increase your ability to focus by taking a break from the following distractions. Among other tactics, monitoring the times you log into your mail, work, or personal, and batching messages could help improve productivity on the job. A study showed that people who read emails twice as frequently exchanged screens during the day and were in a persistent state of high alert with a steady heart rate. Their heart rate returned to normal, variable, when emails were withdrawn from these individuals for 5 days. Number 5. Improve sleep. Sleep deprivation, not to mention other cognitive functions, including memory and attention, can easily impair focus. Occasional lack of sleep does not cause you too many issues, but failing to get a good night's sleep regularly can impact your mood and work results. Being too exhausted may also show your reflexes down and impact your ability to drive or perform other everyday duties. Often a busy schedule, health conditions, and other variables make it hard to get enough sleep. But on most nights, it is important to try to get as close to the prescribed amount as possible. Many experts recommend adults aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night. Improving the sleep you do get can also have benefit. Number 6. Listen to music. While working or learning, turning on music may help increase focus. According to study, even if you don't like listening to music while working, using natural noises or white noise to block background sounds may also help boost focus and other brain functions. A difference can be made by the type of music you listen to. In general, experts agree that classical music, especially Baroque classical music or sounds of nature, are good choices to help increase your concentration. Try ambient or electronic music without lyrics if you do not care for classical music. Keep the music soft or at the level of background noise so you don't end up getting disturbed. It's also important to avoid choosing music you love or hate, since both types can end up distracting you. Number 7. Eat more of a certain food. Cognitive functions like concentration and memory can be influenced by the foods you consume. Avoiding processed foods, too much sugar, and foods that are very greasy or fatty. Staying hydrated may have a beneficial effect on concentration as well. Also, mild dehydration may make it more difficult to concentrate or recall information. By raising your attention first thing in the morning, eating breakfast will help. Go for a meal that is low in added sugar and high in fiber and protein. Oatmeal, plain fruit yogurt, or whole grain egg toast are all healthy options for breakfast. Number 8. Do some daily mental exercises. It can be considered as a bad habit to get distracted quickly. And as with most patterns, by incorporating some minor improvements into your daily routine, it's easy to break. It is important to note that the brain is a muscle and practice improves strength and durability, as with other muscles in our body. If you're really struggling to fix your focus, don't fret, as it's impossible to train yourself out of it. With a 2-minute break in between, begin by doing 5 minutes of concentrated work. This way of gradually working, you can build up. For those times, let your mind get used to focusing completely. You can finally find that you can concentrate for longer. You can also help apply the breaks to a fast-track mind by mixing up your daily reading material. It'll take practice to get concentration and attention span back. Start reading one long article or newsletter a day and ask yourself what you've read later. Number 9. Grab some coffee. It's not just that morning coffee helps you wake up, it helps you focus on the day. A coffee shop run might do the trick if you need an attention booster in the afternoon. A link between caffeine and cognition was established by French physiologist Astrid Nelling in a study published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease. While caffeine does not enhance the efficiency of learning or memory, Nelling discovered that it improves physiological arousal, making you less likely to be distracted and better able to pay attention during a challenging mission. And finally, number 10. Get up and move. We humans have an attention span that is limited. Depending on your own personal makeup, how long you can remain focused for. It can range from 20 minutes to 2 hours or so. You can remain concentrated for longer with practice, but it takes time and a lot of practice is required. Get up from where you are and move when you find yourself unable to focus any longer. Take a walk, drive around, get some air. Do something totally different from what you did before you focused. Get away from screens and look out the window and enjoy the view if you have been writing a report in front of a wall. Walk around your workplace if you have to. You need to send completely different stimulations to your brain. Your brain is muscle-like. Before it fatigues, there is just so much it can do. You're not giving your brain any rest if you are doing some concentrated work in Photoshop and then turn to browsing the internet. Many of the same portions of your brain are still being used by you.